Maybe I'm just old and that's why I don't know how to work my phone, but I keep trying to record a video to address the nonsense this week. Whatever they aired on Dance Moms Tuesday, which I still have not watched, but based on some of the previews and clips that people are tagging me in, they really portrayed my daughter in a negative light this week, and I want to address that. So the video is probably going to keep cutting off, and I'm just going to keep adding to it because I don't know what's going on with it, why it keeps saying I don't have enough storage. Anyway, my first issue is with the fact that so many of you fans like to refer to me as ghetto, or piggybacking off of Jill's comment with me being a hoodlum. I think it's comical because the people that know me in real life know that I am so far from ghetto or a hoodlum is ridiculous. But if, you know, that's what you want to think about me, that's fine. I just wonder why Jill and Ashley and none of the other moms, or even Abby for that matter, who's worse than all of us put together, when they do and say the exact same things I do and say and act just as aggressive, and sometimes they even resort to physical violence, why they're not referred to as ghetto or a hoodlum, but I am. So you want me to believe that that's not racially motivated, yet you don't give them that same title when they do the same things that I do. So yeah, it is racially motivated. It's different when I do it because I'm black. When I yell and get in somebody's face and defend my child, I'm a hoodlum because I'm black. You can try to justify that all you want, but that is why you use those titles when you refer to me. Anyway, I'm going to leave that alone because I knew what I signed up for when I did the show. But if me defending my child and not taking nonsense from somebody makes me a hoodlum, guess what? I'm going to be that hoodlum. Anyway, as far as people saying that I'm mean because I've said mean things about Kendall, Abby has insulted kids based on their physical appearance by... She called Hadley roadkill. She called Ava a praying mantis. She talked about Vivi's weight. She called Nia fat. She's made fun of Vivi being adopted. She hits way below the belt, and this is both on and off camera. I made a comment as simple as, I don't think Kendall's a strong dancer, and you guys are attacking me and saying I'm so cruel, but you idolize the woman who's the star of the show for doing something far worse than what I do. Miss me with that. I stand on what I said, and I believe that. Can I say that I don't think somebody's a good dancer? Yes, the nature of the show is that it's about competitive dancers, and part of our job, and we are paid to do a job, whether you like how we do it or not, is to criticize the other dancers. Will I ever make a comment about somebody's physical appearance or anything cruel of that nature? No, I won't. But if I want to say I don't think somebody's a good dancer, I'm entitled to do that. Just like you guys sit at home and you say what you say about my daughter, you just don't get paid to do it. I do. Anyway, Kendall's a beautiful kid. She's a very sweet kid. Some of the kids on the show are not, but she is. So there's nothing personal. I'm just doing the job that I'm supposed to do. Off camera, we don't trip off of that anymore. It's y'all sitting at home who get mad about stuff that we do, that we get paid to do. As far as the way they portrayed Nicaya Tuesday. Now, I mean, people say what they want to say about me. I'm 37 years old. I can handle the negativity. I speak my piece. I move on. I might cuss somebody out, whatever. But I can't handle it when somebody makes my daughter appear as anything other than what she is. And what she is the most humble, sweet, modest, grateful, just beautiful soul you will ever meet. And I'm not just saying it because I'm her mom, because all of my kids don't act like that. But she is a beautiful child, and anybody who's met her can attest to that. So for them to portray her as this spoiled brat Tuesday really, really pissed me off. Yeah, I said that word that y'all are criticizing her for saying. You teenagers say far worse. She said pissed me off. Anyway, I'm pissed that they aired that. Nicaya's been competing since she was 5 years old. Not ever has she won first place in the competition. Never. She's been second, third, seventh, 12th. She's been all types of places. She's never won first. So why would she be that angry about not winning first at a competition that's not even real? Did that make any sense to you? So clearly that reaction didn't make sense if you really paid attention to the show. It didn't make any sense. She reacted the way that she reacted because they called her out for a special award. That was not a look of, oh my God, I'm angry. It was a look of, oh my God, they really called my name. See, Nicaya hasn't been on Dance Moms in about 3 years. So she finally got a chance to go back this time and redeem herself, because the last time she was there, she did look bad. So this time she goes back and she got a solo. So for them to call her out for a special award after she did her solo is what made her give that shocked reaction like, oh my God. It was not because Kendall won, because her and Kendall were not even competing against each other, but I'll address that later. I just want you to know how edited things can be. I don't know if you guys remember back in like season 2 when we first came on Dance Moms, and somebody, I don't know which kid it was in the dressing room, and Nicaya introduced herself and they asked, what's your name? And she said, my name's Nicaya. One of the kids said, I'll call you Laquifa. And that aired, and people went on social media, and oh my God, they gave that kid the blues, whoever said it. And that is not what she said. I felt so bad for her, but that's not what the kid said. They never said, I'll call you Laquifa to Nicaya. They were talking about a routine that the ALGC did, apparently, that was called Call Me Laquifa. And they were talking about the routine. Somehow that was chopped and edited, and they used it to say that a kid called my daughter Laquifa, and she didn't. That just goes to show how people can edit anything. And it's not just with me, and it's not just with Nicaya. It's with all of the kids. A lot of the stuff that you see is not real. But I'm not going to go on behind the scenes and how everything is done. I'm just letting you know it's not all real. Back to Nicaya and Kendall competing against each other. They were not competing against each other. Nicaya is older than both Kendall and Cameron. All of them had solos that week. Cameron's solo was cut. They didn't air it. They didn't air it because there was not enough drama between me and Cameron's mom. There was more drama between me and Jill. So Cameron's whole solo and that whole storyline was cut out of that episode. And they only aired Nicaya and Kendall, who again were not in the same age group. Nicaya is older. Kendall was in age 13 and 14 for whatever reason, and they put Nicaya in senior, which was 15 and over. The person that beat Nicaya was 18, and she was a brilliant dancer. She was amazing. She had a perfect score. So she deserved that. We were not upset about that. How they fixed it in the end, it looked like it was Kendall against her. I don't know. I don't work behind the cameras, but that's not what happened. As far as Nicaya's comment about they only won because they're famous, she was not talking about Kendall solo, because again, they weren't competing against each other. When she said that, she was talking about ALDC winning only because they're famous. And it was clear she wasn't talking about a solo, because she said, we deserve to win. Now, why would she say the word we if she's talking about a solo, which would just be one dancer? She would have said, I deserve to win. She was talking about the group number. And Nicaya was not the only one who was talking about the ALDC winning just because they're famous. All of the moms were outside talking about it, including ALDC moms who, for some reason that week, said Candy Apple's routine was really good and they deserve to win it. But you know that'll never happen because we have to win because the show is about us. So she was piggybacking off of the comment that the other parents and Kathy and everybody was making about how ALDC always wins because they're the stars of the show. She was piggybacking off of that. It's the truth. I don't care how much of a diehard ALDC fan you guys are. It is the truth. If you're a real competitive dancer, there is no dance studio that wins every single competition. There are studios that will blow ALDC all the way out of the water. They win because they are the stars of the show. If you go on any of these dance competition pages, Sheer Talent, NYDE, Believe, you see the pages are full of photos of Abby Lee and the ALDC girls because they do that to stay part of the show. So if you want to keep getting called back week after week and getting your competition paid to film this show, what are you going to do? You're going to make sure that the star team wins, right? So y'all can get mad all you want to about her making the comment that they only won because they're famous. It is the truth whether you want to believe it or not. Does Abby have an amazing team? She does. But it's not any better than some of these other teams like in your own hometown that are just amazing. But they don't always win. They always win because it's their show. They're the stars of the show. They're always going to win. And that's fine. But you will not keep dragging my daughter because she said something that was true. It is true. The moms at ALDC know that they're always going to win. It's part of how the show goes. So my purpose in saying this was you guys are angry because she's saying something that you guys have known to be the truth for many years, is that the competitions are not real. You never see anybody at Dance Moms filming at Showbiz and Star Power and Starbound and all these other, bigger competitions, Masquerade. They go to the same ones, and that's because they're not real. So it just kind of pissed me off that you guys are doing all of what you're doing because of what she said and it was the truth. As far as her saying something pissed her off, she was pissed off because even though she should know by now that it's fake, week after week, these girls from Candy Apples and even the kids who pay to be in these competitions to be on TV, they work their butts off to go and compete at a competition that there's no way they will ever win because they're not the stars of the show. So that's why she was pissed off, because she's like, we work so hard, but yet we never get to win. So I had to explain to her, you got to know it's fake. So now she gets that. But as far as her saying pissed off, not a single parent on here can get mad because she said pissed off. Because if you're tripping off a 15-year-old saying the word piss, you need to monitor what your kids are doing on social media, because the comments that they're leaving on her page and my page, your kids talk way worse than Nicaya saying pissed off. I was even shocked that she said, if they would have showed my reaction, it just blew me all the way away, because she doesn't act like that. But yeah, she said pissed off. So she didn't call anybody out of their name. She didn't disrespect an adult. She said it pissed her off. She has a right to express her feelings and say piss when your kids say worse than piss. Anyway, I don't think I had to write down some notes because I was really, really mad. Oh, about cyberbullying. Am I the only mom, because y'all call me the ghetto mom and I'm a bad influence on her. I'm a horrible mom. Yet I monitor my child's social media activity. Not to see what the bullies are saying to her, but I monitor what she might also be saying to another child. And I don't believe any of you parents do that. Because if you were monitoring your kids' pages, you would see the messages they're sending to her, the messages they're sending to other people, the comments they're making, the nasty posts they're making where they're tagging her and other kids. It's not just about Nicaya, it's about all of the things they do online in general. There are kids committing suicide for being bullied online. And it makes me wonder, where the hell are their parents? Why is the ghetto mama, because that's what you want to call me, monitoring my kids? My son is 21 and I just stopped monitoring his over the summer. I have a 17-year-old. I still have his passwords and monitor what he does on social media. Why are you not doing the same thing? Why are your little bratty kids bullying somebody online, talking to an adult the way that they talk to me, calling my kid out of her name, saying, I hope you die? What are you doing as a parent aside from sitting up on Facebook and all these other pages criticizing me for my behavior, for me doing what I get paid to do? What are you doing? Maybe you should watch your kids more and spend less time worrying about what people are doing on TV. And you kids, how would it make you feel if, you got 7,000 followers on social media and all these kids start attacking you based on something that you really didn't do, or based on something that you did as far as like a school play or something? How would that make you feel if kids you don't know started bullying you? Whether she's on TV or not, she's still a person with feelings. Now, I can sit and cry and say, oh my God, you bully me too, but I don't really give a damn because I can hold my own. So I'm going to respond and clap back to y'all. But she's a child and she does not deserve that. And you don't know her, and the people that do know her know that she doesn't deserve that. But I'm going to leave that alone, because no matter what I say, you're still going to think what you want to think about me. I just want y'all to leave my child alone. I don't care if the producers see this and they get upset because I made this video talking about how the show is full of shit. It is full of shit. And I was okay with it up until you did what you did to make my daughter look bad. And she is not that dancer. She is very humble and modest and just a beautiful soul. So that just pissed me off. So if y'all want to sue me, go ahead. I don't have no money. You don't pay me enough. What you going to get from me? Anyway, I think that's it. If I think of something else I need to address, I'll come back on and make another video. I just want you guys to know that what you saw Tuesday was not real. The reaction was not real. Nicaya and Kendall were not even competing against each other. There's a video on my YouTube channel, or her YouTube channel, Nicaya Wiley, that says NYDE Awards, and you see the 3 dancers up there on stage, and it was Nicaya, the girl who won, and one other girl. Kendall was not up there. So if she won in overalls, why was she not standing up there with the top 3? It's because they weren't in the same age group. But you believe whatever you want to believe. In the meantime, why don't you leave my child alone? If you have something you want to say to me, my page is public. Go ahead, send me messages. I have nothing to do after 4 p.m. I'll respond to you all day. But leave my child alone. For those of you who have been really, really kind and supportive to her over the years, thank you. I appreciate that more than you know. I really, really do. Because there's so much cruelty in this world and so many mean people in this world that your kindness has not gone unnoticed. I appreciate you. Nicaya appreciates you. You are beautiful, beautiful children and adults. I love all of you. But the rest of you who got all this negativity, keep it coming to me. I don't care. Leave my kid alone. Good night.